Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. Today we are doing a reading on a situation that is probably pretty prevalent in your life right now and a person that you are dealing with in this situation. We are going to look at how your person is feeling about the situation, why they're feeling this way, what action they will take towards you based on these feelings, and what they hope to accomplish by this action. And my goal here is to get you a little bit of clarity, possibly a different perspective on the situation so that you understand why they're being the way that they're being and help you act in your highest good in dealing with this. Okay, so then we're also going to look at how you're feeling about the situation, what action you're likely to take, and the future of the situation. Okay, so just get a little more, they said. That card flew right out. Ace of Swords is what flew out. We're not going to take it, it's just felt worth mentioning because it came out with a lot of energy. Okay. Am I cutting your deck, Leo? Top. Okay. Interesting. The middle card that you have here is the Magician. We'll get the rest of cards here before we start interpreting. I always do that. I don't put them up high enough and then I'm like, oh, there's no room. Okay. All right. Bottom of your deck is the Three of Swords. So that's interesting. Those of you who have watched me before know that I take the middle card when we cut the deck. In this case, the Magician, and that to me is the driving force of the heart of the matter at the bottom of the deck. So the heart of the matter is there's definitely heartbreak here. It almost feels as though someone kind of spurred that on with the Magician, right? Let's see here. How your person's feeling about the situation. Two of materials. They're trying to find some balance here. They are trying to, I think, make a decision. Probably in regards to the situation, what they're going to do and how they're going to handle things. Why they're feeling this way is Knight of Cups. Interesting. Now, I don't know if this is you or if this is them, but it feels like someone came in, right, with some kind of offer. What is this Knight of Cups, please? Yeah, something that really surprised them, something that really took them off guard. What else for this Knight of Cups, please? Bottom of the deck is Nine of Swords, so it's got them up in their head for sure. I can understand that if it was a tower moment for them. There's the Moon and the Nine of Wands that has come out with this as well. So I feel like this is in regards to someone else. Now again, it's not clear to me if this is you or if this is, again, someone else, like a third party. But there's definitely some fears in here as well, something that they don't really see clearly. It's got them really considering their emotions. There's definitely a feeling here of not giving up either. But I feel like that's more from this Knight of Cups person. What action they're likely to take towards you based on these feelings is Nine of Cups. I want to say this is a good energy. I've always really liked the energy of the Nine of Cups because it's one of those wishes cards, right? It's, how do I want to put this? It's really sinking yourself into the energy of, this is what I want, this is what I wish for, and I want to get it, kind of thing. Let's just clarify the Nine of Cups here, please. The Fool. Bottom of the deck is Four of Wands. It's really good. So it's kind of like wanting to take a chance, really wanting to go for whatever it is they're wishing for here. So what they hope to accomplish by this action is the Hierophant. Something that can stand the test of time, right? Something that they can, how do I want to put that? Really rely on is what's coming through. So it's still interesting to me here that Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups is a tower moment for them. Something that's brought up a lot of deep, deep emotions. How you're feeling in this situation is Six of Swords. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean leaving. It could just mean like a transformation, moving forward, right? It could be the two of you moving forward together. But let's see what action you are likely to take. The Star. I feel like both of you are kind of in a energy of taking a chance, you know, really saying, this is what I want, this is what I'm hoping for, so let's do it, right? I kind of like that. What is this Star card, please? A lot, which sounds funny when you realize that the card here is the Ten of Swords, but also the Empress and the World have come out as well. Okay, so the Star card is a card of healing that Ten of Swords, whatever this is, making things right with this Empress card, and the World here is kind of, the World card is a completion, right? It's a success. It's a cycle coming to an end. But what happens with the World is that something else just starts in its place, right? There is a chance to really rest and appreciate the success here, okay? But it's still heralding a new beginning. So I don't know if, like, the heartbreak at the top here was kind of how you guys left things. Because, again, this Six of Swords does kind of herald a bit of a moving on, a transformation, right? So it's almost as though you guys want to move forward. And it kind of feels like you both want to go in the same direction. Now, I think what's causing the situation here is, again, this Knight of Cups doesn't feel related in the rest of this energy. This feels like someone else entirely, to me. It's not really coming through either. I'm just trying to sink into that energy, and it's just not. I think because of the way it's come through so suddenly, the Tower, it's kind of shaken this person up and made them realize what they actually want, you know? And it's not this, it's this, you know? It's this. It's made them realize maybe it's worth taking a chance on this. Like, we didn't really leave things in the best of places, but maybe it's worth trying again. You know, that's kind of what's coming through here. So let's look at the future of this situation. And I like this. This might be like the first, like, truly good reading of the day. We have the Lovers here. I like this. This is the two of you choosing each other. Okay? This is the two of you choosing what you want. Choosing love, I guess. I usually preface all of these readings by saying they're not necessarily romantic things, but in this case, it's leaning more towards that way. Because because yeah, I usually say like this could be a friend, family member, coworker, neighbor, whatever. But I don't recall doing it for this reading, and I feel like that's why. This does feel like two people trying to find their way back to each other, you know? Finding their way back to what they really want. With the Star and the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant. And I like that. I like that a lot. So let's get you some oracles, Leo. What does Leo need in this situation here, please? This card does not seem to want to come out. Keep saying not there yet. That's what I keep hearing. Not there yet. Also, not going to give you like 12 cards, unfortunately. There we go. I like this. The card that's come out here is Wisdom. So this says to me that there was a lesson to be learned here. Okay? Before this comes together. And I also think that that's why Spirit was saying not there yet and taking so long to pull this card out, because it feels as though the two of you are almost there, right? You're almost to that lesson. You're almost to this world. You're almost to that successful completion. Learning whatever it is that needed to be learned before things can come together. So it's close, and this is what you need before things get to where they are. So that's still okay. Like like there's still hope. Obviously there's still hope. It's just there's something else. There's a little something more. Get some advice here for you, Leo. Okay. Again, okay, at the bottom of the deck, the Well Watcher. Wisdom. Power of the Divine. It's the heart of the matter. That's what you need, right? That's what you need. Now, so the advice here is probably what's going to lead you to this wisdom. The first card to come out was the River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. So there's something here that you need to let go of. Not necessarily this person, but possibly some sort of attachment or way of thinking that will help you naturally move back to where you need to go. Also, we have here the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. So it feels kind of like there's a call to actually go back and recognize what this was, because this Three of Swords here is the heart of the matter, right? There's something to be learned from whatever this was, and it needs proper reflection. And again, non-judgment. There shouldn't be anything saying like, well, this person did this, so what's the point? What do I have to learn from this? You know, like, I feel like you need to reflect, possibly see things from this other person's perspective and realize that whatever happened comes down to the fact that there are two people involved here, okay? Two people involved in a situation. That's two people's worth of actions, two people's worth of motivations and feelings that need to be taken into account, right? So there's an examination that you need to do. You need to look into the past somehow. And I feel like when you look into the past and recognize what has happened, and this person is confronted with someone else coming in, it also triggers them to look deep down into what exactly went wrong. you know, what's worth fighting for, what they really want. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this resonated. I really do like the way that this does end up turning out. It feels like the two of you get back onto the path that you were meant to be on, which is great. So if this resonated, please drop a like down below. It lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is super important because I do strive to give the most accurate readings that I possibly can. I wish you the very best of luck dealing with this situation. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.